Good morning. It is early Saturday, March 25th, and this is my first drive with FSD Beta 11.3.3. So again, there's really pretty poor visibility because of these really tall snowbanks at this intersection here of 36th Avenue Northeast and Fillmore. No regressions there. It's pretty typical for it to be cautious around there. It's just, again, parked cars and big snowbanks make for really poor visibility. So, and then you saw me right off the bat, I did intervene. I did lower the max speed limit. The speed limit continues to be wrong and basically on all residential roads in Minneapolis and St. Paul. And then this is our first unprotected left turn on this short route today. I'd say if anything, we're hanging out a little too far to the middle of the road. Setting up for this, there's not a lot of space, but again, the car does a great job with this unprotected left turn. Does a great job handling traffic, which is approaching from around 30 miles per hour per each side, but since it's so early in the morning, there's not much traffic out right now. When we do this, we do another drive tomorrow or later today, we'll show you more traffic. So this is the intersection I keep having problems with FSD Beta on. You see right now the plier tentacle is kind of going all over the place. So again, it's going to try to get over. I'm going to actually, oh wow. So you can kind of see some confusion here. There's nobody behind us, so I'm letting the car do its own thing there. But yeah, that's wrong. And I'm actually just going to disengage it so I can report it. The car selected the wrong lane. It selected turn only lane instead of the left lane, which is to go straight. Interesting. I just tried to turn it back on there and it looks like it might have picked up one of the green lights. Or it could be the fact that I'm kind of far forward even though we're still behind the crosswalk there. So this intersection, for whatever reason, so this is again the intersection of 37th Avenue Northeast and Central Avenue, continues to be a problem area for FSD. It looked like it was going to finally make the right move and stay to the left, which will be the first time since the early 69 builds that it did that. But it's basically been broken through every other update, and the car continues to pick the turn only lane, which is the right lane, to go straight through there, which, you know, I've seen what it did with 11.1, 3.1 and .2, and it wasn't great behavior, to be honest. So it always usually requires a disengagement there to get it in the right lane. So I'm just going to do a quick loop, basically, I don't know, about a mile or so, and just to give you guys a good feel, excuse me, for where things are at. There's a lot more roads I want to go down right now, but unfortunately the potholes are so bad. I want to make sure the route isn't going to not damage my vehicle. Unfortunately, the roads have just been the worst they've ever been this winter here in Minnesota, so fingers crossed as the weather warms up over the next few weeks, we get some potholes fixed and I can start doing some more creative routes for you. Okay. About a 2-second pause after we got to that stop sign there. You know, not going to complain, just kind of stating where things are at there. That's definitely a change in 11.3. I have a feeling due to the NHTSA recalls that are out there. Have to say it's not mimicking human drivers. What they do, they would pause for maybe half the time. And this is another intersection here. This is the intersection of 37th Avenue Northeast and 5th Street Northeast. And every single time, we seem to pause. You see that we're kind of chopping the throttle again now in the intersection. It's completely clear, and it's a four-way stop. So for whatever reason, the car always hesitates like that there, and then tries to basically slowly creep. We're halfway through the intersection at that point, and the car is still cutting throttle. Great behavior there. Using that shared turn lane that we're in. Unfortunately, we're just stopping a little too short, but then going when it's safe to do so. So that's all good stuff there. So I'm going to kill navigation now. We're going to just go a little further up the road here and then we'll turn around. Oh, do not want to go to work. Great job slowing down for this right turn of 40th Avenue Northeast. Great job with the lane selection after the turn. Textbook right there. That was good stuff. So back at the before we turn on the University back there, just wanted to again call out the fact that we were using a that shared vehicle lane, which is like a bike lane / vehicle car lane. Up until 11.3, the car did not want to use those. It was very rough around the edges. Looks like we're stopping for that stop sign there. It's kind of awkwardly positioned out. So I pressed throttle input there. I'm going to report that. You know, I know the car is being cautious there, trying to stop for those because it thinks it's applying to us. Looks like all these stop signs, unfortunately, are kind of flared towards us, even though they don't apply to our lane. This one definitely does here, though. But yeah, anyways, those shared vehicle turn lanes have been something that FSD has not wanted to use up until, you know, 11.3, and it's done a really good job of consistently using those in each of the you know, 11.3 builds that I've gotten so far. So I've been on .1, .2, and now .3, and they all exhibit the same behavior, which is really good. Hopefully that sticks around. We might try a different way actually to go home today. I'm gonna actually just end the navigation, and then we'll basically just go straight through this section up here. Let's see if I might have to drop a pin up here. There we go. Alright. So it should try to get over a lane to the left. This is a turn-only lane. Let's see what the car does. Yeah, it is getting over. A little late, but there's nobody behind us, so this should end up being okay. Alright. Good confidence on proceeding on green. Again, continues to be a strength of 11.3. The car just seems overall much more responsive than I'm used to with 10.69. Having had the chance to go back and test one of those builds not too long ago, after using 11.3 for a couple weeks now, 11.3 is definitely a step forward, a big step forward in many ways. You know, there's some slight regressions, no doubt, like on the highway. We lost the exit pass and lane functionality and some of the merge functionality, which wasn't great before, but it at least signaled. There's a couple things that have been a step back, but overall this build is by far and away the best. You know, 11.3 so far has been the best lineage of updates that I've seen so far, the FSD Beta. So the foundation looks like to be finally, it's finally there, and I really hope that these future minor releases are going to really continue to build on the confidence that we've seen in 11.3 so far. Looks like we're going to run this stop sign. All right, great. So these stop signs, as you can see, are really tricky. They're at kind of an angle, and it's super awkward to know if they apply to us or not. So the car's been, you know, overly cautious, I think, in a good way. I definitely, like, some of these, you know, humans I think would know a little bit better on if they apply to them or not. But overall, the car's erring on the side of caution. It's not blown one of these stop signs, which is really good. A little hesitation here. It looks like you see it's kind of struggling with the stop line. And, you know, I understand the car's being cautious, but as a human driver, if you're going through these intersections, it's at night like this, it's clearly empty, we wouldn't hesitate that long. So again, there still needs to be some work done to make the car a little bit more confident at these four-way stops, because even if we get out there and somebody ends up blowing, you know, we're already in the intersection, so we're almost putting ourselves at more risk by not proceeding quickly through them and just kind of waiting. So alright, so we are just getting up. I'm gonna actually not go to the office. My car keeps wanting to go to work, which I am not going to. It's Saturday. Alright. Good job finding that stop line there. Should be clear here. Alright. Looks like it was just kind of waiting for that nav update to kind of kick in there. So, there we go. Oh, little bunny there. I don't know if you saw that, but the car actually slammed on the brakes. So that was pretty crazy. I wanted to see what it would do as soon as the rabbit peeled to the left, because I knew he was going to be out of my path then, but that was pretty crazy. So I'd have to go back and look at the visuals there, but the car definitely reacted to that rabbit. Like, that was pretty cool. I would love to know if it showed it on the visualizations there, but yeah, it looks like they the occupancy network picked it up somehow, so that's super neat. Thankfully no rabbits were harmed in the making of this video. So alright, we're going to try one more thing before we head back. There's a really tricky intersection up here that I haven't tried in a long time. Alright, good job of that unprotected right turn there. Great behavior. So again, it looks like so far with 11.3.3, I haven't seen any sort of reduction in confidence at intersections. The same behavior that was present in 11.3.1 and .2 look to be here as well. So we're going to follow this Tesla up here, and we're going to come out in this awkward intersection. I'm going to try to force my car to go down it and see what it does here. And I'm going to lower the speed limit because, again, in this area the speed limit unfortunately is still broken with that, you know, with the map data. So, and we're going to try this one up here. Alright, we should be able to get the car to follow this route here. So now we're taking a left onto, looks like Polk Street Northeast here. Kind of an awkward intersection here at an angle. It is a four-way stop, so maybe a little too much hesitation there, but again, the car is erring on the side of caution. Good job passing that parked Tesla there. No issues with that. And it looks like I may have picked the wrong corner here, so I may circle back around just to see. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna cancel the route. We're gonna go to this one instead. All right. So not the typical structured routes that I'm sure you're used to if you've watched some of my videos before. This is just kind of to see where things are at. Just throwing some curveballs at FSD and see how it performs here. Alright, so we are going to be turning right up here. This is a no turn on red intersection. So I know we tried to go straight through this and it kind of bombed out before. But let's give it a shot here and see how it does. So this is no turn on red. It should not try to turn. And it looks, you can see it's inching forward here. So, yeah, and I'm going to cut it off since this is no turn on red. So, again, car not obeying, no turn on red sign. So unfortunately, the no turn on red sign detection is still not quite there yet. You can see it right in front of us. The car would have definitely tried to turn on red there. So I'm going to back up a little bit and just get us out of this intersection a little bit. But unfortunately, this, like I said, this intersection continues to be kind of the bane of my existence with FSD. Every drive that I take from my house usually starts with this intersection. So unfortunately, that causes some problems for us with almost every drive, right, where we get, you know, unnecessary disengagements is kind of the deal. So we're gonna start this route again up here. Let's do this. Alright, so we just missed that turn there, that's my bad. But we'll redirect up here. The car will figure itself out here. Alright, cool. Just make sure the route, and alright, it's gonna put us down the right street there. So this is kind of an awkward turn I wanted to see if it will actually make here. I haven't tried it since forget what 10.x build we tried it with. Maybe it was like the early 69 builds was the last time I tried this, but it's an intersection of Reservoir Boulevard and Central Avenue that it's kind of an awkward, almost like a U-turn the car has to make to go the route we want it to follow, so we'll see how that works. Alright, so this is Reservoir Boulevard. Again, the car does a good job of trying to use that turn lane, if you want to call it that, or at least part of the shoulder, as a turn lane, as it should. The new behavior in 11.3 is much better about, you know, dealing with using the shoulder, getting out of the way of traffic that's proceeding straight, you know, using the side of the road to make our turns if we're going to make a turn off a street like this that has like a bike lane or whatever. Alright, so the car, you see the navigation here, it's going to make a left turn and almost do like a U-turn there. It looks more square on the map, but it's definitely more like a U-turn. So we'll kind of see what the line selection looks like here. I'm going to try not to bump the throttle or do anything like that to see what it does here. Alright, so it is green. I'm waiting for the car to go. It's not going. I'm going to just nudge the throttle here and see what it does. So it's going to make this turn. Wow. That's pretty cool. So just with the nudge of the accelerator to get the car moving there, and I'm guessing it's because of the confusing light situation there. It's definitely a more complex intersection, but once I nudged the car did the right thing. Good line selection and everything, no choppiness of the throttle, so good stuff there. So this is our last right turn of the evening, and I'll be doing some more longer structured drives in the morning. Just wanted to kind of show you guys where things were at, and then again I gotta lower the speed limit again because the speed limits are wrong. So So overall, really good behavior. No noticeable regressions from 11.3.2. Looks like everything in .3 so far is very similar. Maybe a slight bit more confident. We'll definitely vet that out tomorrow. I'm going to do a bunch of highway driving and whatnot to really put it through its paces. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.